There we go. All right. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy
We are going to
Monday.
hop right in. Thank you. Hop right into our weekly industry update. I hope everybody had a great weekend. So let's hop in and get started. I know we'll have more people to join us as we go along. Please be sure that everything you guys do, you do in a TCPA compliant way. We do not want anybody to get their hands slapped over talking with people. You guys know that that's a big no-no, talking to people who are on the do not call list. Not talking to people. Talking to people is great, but talking to people who are on the do not call list, okay? All right, so let's kick off for LA County. Here are our numbers for LA County. I am going to do a different view here quickly. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can do what I want to do. Nope. Let's see. Hang with me, you guys. Just 1 second. Well, you know what? Okay, I won't take time with that. I wanted you guys to kind of see the graph. Maybe I'll come over here. There we go. Put us over here. All right. So just so that you guys can actually see the graph, I want you guys to be able to see the graph because you can see here that we are moving in the right direction. So for sale properties over last month, we're down 9%. However, overall, we have 59% more properties on the market than we did last year. You guys see that? That's 59% more properties on the market than we did last year. So you see right here is this year. And I'm sorry, this right here for sale is right here. So you see right here, as far as 2023, as far back as August, we really are doing well in terms of inventory. You see inventory had gone up here last year and in October 2023. Then it went down, oh my God, just horrifically in December. But you see how it pretty much has been going up. For sale inventory has been going up and been on the increase since January of this year. And again, we are 59% higher than we were last year. So that is excellent. In terms of sold properties, we are 10.4% lower than we were last year. However, we're 3.7% higher overall. Okay. So as you can see right here, this is our sold. So properties that have actually closed escrow, right? So again, it's been kind of going up and down, but we saw that increase. What is this, back in May? It went down in June and it's been pretty steady. We went down in, it looks like September. However, October, we went back up and November is looking good, okay? November looked good. We were up and now we're up again. So again, we're 3.7% higher on sold properties. Pendants are down 0.8%, not even 1%, but 0.8% from last month. And then 11.9% higher than it was last year compared to last year in December. But again, we're only comparing the first 7 days in December to the first 7 days in December of last year. Okay. Now, overall, we're 4.9% higher than we were last year. So again, pendant properties going into escrow, that's this right here. This line, this red line right here is actually up 4.9%, even higher than it was last month. It looks like it's about equal probably to where it was in July. So again, we have more pendants, which is a good sign. And even in the news, they are reporting that there's more traffic, there's more people coming into the market right now because interest rates have leveled off. They went down a little bit and leveled off. So we saw more foot traffic. We're seeing more people getting into escrow, which is excellent because that's exactly what we need, right? To stimulate things. We've got inventory out here, still not enough, but we definitely have some out there and we need more buyers to come in here and pick up this inventory And then we need more sellers to come on the market so that we can absolutely meet that demand of those buyers, right? And do you guys know that in certain parts of the country right now, they are in a buyer's market? I really have not paid attention to other parts of the country. We've got enough stuff going on in our part of the country, right? So I haven't been paying attention to Texas and Atlanta and those places. However, this morning on our growth call with Keller Williams International, they were talking about that. And it was very interesting that in some parts of the country right now, they are in a seller's market. They have more inventory than they can sell right now. So very interesting. We are definitely not in that predicament yet, right? All right. New listing inventory is down 18.3% as compared to last month. Up 6.5% as compared to the first 7 days of December last year, and then up 15.9% overall. So if we're looking at this is PENDIS, this is the new listings. As you can see, although it's down from a peak back in May, it has been going down. New listing inventory has been going down ever since, pretty much. We are still higher than we were last year over here, right? As you can see, we were down. So we're still a little bit slightly higher than we were last year, which is great, to the tune of 15.9% higher than last year. So we have new listings coming on the market, new listing inventory coming on the market, which is a good sign. We need more, right? We need more of it. All right, let's look at our active average active price. So average active price is 1% higher than it was last month, 13.4% lower than it was last year, and 13.4% lower overall. Okay. So what does that mean? That means sellers in LA County are asking 13.4% lower than they did last year. However, we know that that's not where they're ending up at, right? So average sold price is 5.2% lower than it was last month. That's right here. 6.4% higher than it was last year, same time frame in December's first 7 days, and 4.4% higher overall. So sellers, although they're asking 13.4% lower than they did last year, they're receiving 4.4% higher than they did last year. So sellers in LA County are definitely happy because they're seeing appreciation, right? And it's a normal amount. It's not some astronomical amount. So that's a good sign for buyers, right? So that you can tell your buyers, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, yeah, it's a great time to buy right now because house prices, although they have gone up at a normal rate of appreciation. They're not in the double digits in LA County, at least not overall, right? But of course, we've got to be hyper local. So now let's look at months of inventory. So we've gone down 3.2% over last month. So last month we were at 3.1 months of inventory. We're currently at 3 months of inventory. All righty. And then as compared to last year, same time frame, first 7 days of the month, we're up 58.3%. We were at 1.9 months of inventory last year, first 7 days of December. We're at 3 months now. Now, overall, you guys, Pavin has appeared in the market center. I'm on my call, Pavin, but yes, he's been gone, you guys, forever on vacation that got elongated. And so really happy to see him. All right, so as compared to last year, we're up 50.8%. So we were at 1.8 months of inventory last year. We're at 2.7 months of inventory currently. So definitely moving in the right direction. We would like to see these numbers keep moving up because that would put us more into a normal market, right? And a normal market looks at about 4 months of inventory. That's where you start peaking at a normal or peaking into being a normal market, right? Is that 4 month threshold, okay? All right, average days on market has gone up 8.8% over last month. We were at 34 days on market last month. We're at 37 days on market currently. Overall, a 3.1% decrease. So we were at 32 days on market last year. We're at 31 days on market currently. So the market is definitely moving fast, okay? Definitely moving fast. We want you guys to make sure that you have a sense of urgency when you have your buyers out there. And that you prepare your sellers, right? That they're going to have a pretty quick process depending on how you price the property, right? All right. So sold versus original list price. Sellers are receiving currently in the month 95% of list price, which means that it's a decrease of 2.1% because last year or last month they're receiving 97% of list price. Okay.
For today?
I'm gonna mute you guys. Kim, did you have a question?
Oh, no.
That's just me. I walked in.
Oh, and that's Oscar who just walked past. Okay, no worries. All right, so as compared to last year, no change. We are at 97% of list price. Again, sellers are happy when they are getting you know, close to 100% of their list price, but we have the influence on that. So you want to make sure that you're pricing the property right so that you can encourage multiple offers from the buyers, right? That's what we want for our sellers. We don't want them to be sitting on the market day after day after day waiting for an offer, right? We want them to have a splash in the market, which means that they come to market strong, right? You've done your marketing, you've done your door knocking, you've done your open houses, and you're getting multiple offers for your buyers. And the only way you can do that is having a competitively priced home. Okay. So that's what we want to do. And this supports that because sellers are getting 97% of their list price. So they're getting close to 100% of their list price. All right. Any questions about LA County before we move on? All right, let's go. Orange County. So Orange County numbers, for sale properties are down to 12.8% compared to last month, up 79.7% overall. Again, you guys, look at that. That's huge. 79 point, almost 80% more inventory than, or for sale properties than we had last year. Is that not crazy to you guys? That's crazy to me. But it also tells me how scarce things were last year. To have 80% more inventory and still be in a seller's market in Orange County tells me that we had nothing on the market last year, right? It was crickets. But now we've got people coming on the market and selling their properties, 80% more for sale properties on the market, which is great. All right. Then we've got 2% decrease on sold properties over last month. Properties that actually closed escrow, 23.5% increase over last year, same time frame in December, and a 5% increase overall. So we are actually selling, closing more properties than we did last year, more transactions to the tune of 5% more transactions closing than last year, okay? Pendants are down 33.9% as compared to last month, 10.1% as compared to last year, same time frame in December, and 5.6% higher overall. So definitely we're seeing that we're getting more activity in our market than we did last year in Orange County, which is great. So 3 of our 3 major sales trends are in the green, so are moving in the right direction, okay? So we're closing more is going into escrow, and more is on the market, right? So that's what we want to see. All right, new listing inventory is down 30.2% over last month, down 6.4% as compared to last year, same time frame in December, and up 15.4% overall. So overall, we are seeing, again, more new listings come on the market in Orange County, which is great because we want to see more of that. We want to see more new listings come on the market because we need to be able to meet demand, which we'll see in a few minutes based on the absorption rates, how the market is doing in terms of inventory overall. So we'll take a look at that. So average active price is 1.6% higher than it was last month, 15.1% lower than it was last December, first 7 days in December, and 15.1% lower overall. Interesting. So sellers in Orange County are asking 15.1% lower than they did last year. So there's probably some wide variances there. There's probably some areas where they're asking just what they did last year. There's some areas where they're asking less than what they did last year, and then and much less than what they did last year. And there's probably a few areas that are asking more. Okay, but this number, they're definitely trending downward in terms of what sellers are asking for. However, we know it's not about what they ask, it's about what they receive. Just like with our financials, it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep, right? So average sold price is 4.7% decrease over last month, 8% decrease over last December, same 7 days, and 9.1% higher overall. So again, they're asking 15.1% less, but they're receiving 9.1% more. All right, so sellers in Orange County, I'm sure, are happy with this level of appreciation. 9% appreciation year over year is great, right? Anywhere between 4 and 7 is pretty normal. 9% is close to those double digits, so they're doing well. Okay, this is what we're talking about in terms of months of inventory, right? So we are seeing a 9.8% decrease over last month. Last month we had two months of inventory. Currently we're at 1.8 months of inventory, you guys. All right, that's a 9.8% decrease. However, look at this. As compared to last year in December, it's a 49.5% increase, because last year, first 7 days of the market, we were at 1.2 months of inventory, and currently again at 1.8. And then it's a 69.8% increase overall, because last year overall we were at one month of inventory. Currently we're at 1.7 months of inventory overall, which is, again, at least we're moving in the right direction. That is still a severe seller's market. Don't get it twisted. It is still a severe seller's market. However, at least it's moving in the right direction. Now, when you're talking to your sellers, this is exactly why, and if you're selling in Orange County, you need to price that property right, because you can easily bring about multiple offers when there's not a lot of inventory out there, right? So that's why it's so important that we're telling this story to our sellers, and that you're looking at those local numbers, right? So that you can tell the accurate story of how much inventory is out there, and make it hyper local to their neighborhood. Because again, you can do really well for your sellers in terms of how much they're receiving, and that's why they're receiving 9.1% higher than they did last year, right? Because there's this lack of inventory, and they're starting low and then going up. Last year, just so you guys know, last year Orange County was always asking higher. So whereas LA County might have been asking 7 to 10% higher than the previous year, Orange County was asking for 15 to 20 to 25% higher than the previous year. And I was surprised to see that trend, that they were asking for less now, but they got it in their heads that, hey, interest rates have gone up significantly, so I can't be asking that much, right? But they're still receiving higher. All right, so let's see. Let's move on. Average days on market is up 6.9% over last month. We were at 29 days on market last month. We're at 31 days on market currently, and down 13.8% over last year. So last year we were at 29 days on market, currently 25 days on market. Okay. All right. And then sold versus original list price is down 1%. We were at 96. Sellers were receiving 96% of list price last month. They're getting 95% of list price currently. Overall, 1% increase. They were receiving 97% of list price last month. They're receiving 98% of list price currently, which is, again, great for sellers. So they're getting close to 100% of their list price. All right, any questions about the OC? We're good. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Riverside County. I like the Riverside and San Bernardino County because they typically are just more reasonable. And you see, and I know for a fact that you get more bang for your buck out there. But the numbers typically are a little bit more reasonable, and for buyers, that is, right? And buyers can commute these days because of not having to come into the office every day. So there's motivation for them to go out there and get more bang for their buck, more house for their buck. All right, so for sale properties is down 0.1%, not even a total percent, literally a blip, down 0.1% over last month. And overall up 50.8%. So we have more inventory coming on the market, more properties going on the market to the tune of 50.8% over last year. Okay, so all across the counties, we are definitely seeing that more inventory has come on the market. Okay, sold properties is down 17.2% over last month, down 9.9% over last year, same time frame in December, and up 1.9% overall. So at least we are in Riverside County seeing where we're closing more transactions to the tune of almost 2% over last year. Pendants properties going into escrow up 20.4% over last month, up 27.8% over last year, same 7 days in December, and 3.3% increase overall. So definitely, again, moving in the right direction when 3 out of 3 of your major sales trends, our major sales trends, are in the green and moving in the positive direction. New listing inventory is down 34.2% over last month, down 13.5% over last year, same time frame in December, and up still 15.9%. So we have more new listing inventory coming on the market to the tune of 15.9% than we did last year. Again, great sign, because we want new listings to come on the market. We need the inventory because although we're seeing more, it's still not enough, right? If it were enough, we would be in the 4 months of inventory category, and we're not there yet, not in any of the counties. I don't believe. Maybe this will show me something different, but I don't believe. Average active price is up 2.1% over last month, up 1.8% overall, right? So average active price, you see how things get more reasonable in Riverside County, right? They are only asking 1.8% higher than they did last year. And then if you dip down, they're receiving 5% higher. They're selling for 5% higher than they did last year. So both numbers are extremely reasonable. I'm only asking you for 1.8% higher than I did last year, and I'm receiving 5% higher than I did last year, okay? All right, here we go. So months of inventory has increased 18.7% as compared to last month. So yeah, currently 3.7 months of inventory was last month. Currently 4.4 months of inventory right now in the month, just measuring the month, the first 7 days of the month, right? And a 68.9% increase from last year, same 7 days. So last year, first 7 days of December, we were at 2.6 months of inventory. Again, currently at 4.4 months of inventory, and at 49% increase overall, because last year at this time frame, we were at 2.2 months of inventory, and currently we're at 3.3 months of inventory. So again, we're moving in the right direction. I love it. We're getting close to that 4 months, but not quite there yet. And I love seeing this December 7th, you guys. That's my husband's birthday. My husband's birthday was Saturday. So I love seeing December 7th. Great day. Great day. All right. Average days on market, 2.3% lower than it was last month. We were at 43 days on market last month. We're at 42 days on market currently. A 4.7% decrease overall, because last year we were at 43 days on market and currently we're at 41 days on market. So again, you see a longer days on market in Riverside County and San Bernardino County. Typically you're going to see that. That is the trend. However, good properties go quick. So don't sleep, okay? Don't think that you have time. You still maintain your sense of urgency no matter where you're selling, okay? A sold versus original list price, a 1% decrease over last month. We were at 98% of list price last month, currently at 97% of list price. And then no change overall. So we were at 97% of list price last year. We're currently at 97% of list price, right? So sellers are receiving 97% of their list price. Again, a very high percentage in the high 90s, right? Sellers are typically happy about that. They're happy to be there. However, you can show them that number, and then you can say, and can I tell you how we can get you to 100? And that's going to be intriguing. Who's going to say no to that, right? Can I tell you how we can get to 100? And they're not going to say no. They're going to be like, heck yeah. How do we get to 100? And that's when you lay out your aggressive marketing plan, right? And you show them how you're going to get them 100% of their list price, if not 101, 102% of their list price. Now, you're not going to guarantee that, right? You're going to undersell and over deliver, right? But we are definitely going to show them the marketing plan that's going to get them to 100. All right, last county of the day, San Bernardino County. So for sale properties is 5.9% lower than it was last month, okay? 41.9% higher than it was last year, same time frame in December, and 41.9% higher overall. So we have more, again, inventory across the board, across all counties. We have more properties on the market currently than we did last year, which is great. Sold properties 3.6% higher than it was last month. So we had 3.6% more closings than we did last month so far. 7.4% higher than it was last year, same 7 days of the month compared to last year, and 0.3% lower overall at this time in the year. Now, I don't know if we're going to bounce back, if we're going to be able to overtake that by the closing of this year. However, in San Bernardino County, we've got 0.3% less sales, less closings than we did last year, okay? Pendants, 22.1% lower than we had last month, 8% lower than last year, same time frame in December, and 0.7% higher. So we're seeing that we've got more inventory on the market, we've got more properties going into escrow, and that may translate into a higher number of pendants, right? I'm sorry, a higher number of solds. Yep. So that's typically the way the trickle-down effect works, right? And especially if, yes, this new listing is up 12.7% overall, right? So we're seeing more new listing inventory come on the market. That's going to go well because we've got buyers out there, okay? So although it was 33.7% lower than last month, okay, new listing inventory was 33.7% lower than last month, 19.6% lower than last year, same time frame in December, it's still holding at 12.7% higher overall, okay? Great sign. Average active price is 0.5% lower than it was last month, 1.9% lower overall, okay? Again, remember, San Bernardino and Riverside County, we're seeing like these very reasonable numbers. So sellers are asking for 1.9% less than they did last year, okay? However, drop down and look at that number, 4.9% higher is what they're actually selling for and receiving. So sellers are receiving 4.9% higher than they did last year, which is, again, a great sign, okay? We like to see that for our sellers. And for our buyers, because quite frankly, again, we're hearing how affordability is such an issue and how prices are going so high. But this is showing us that, yes, prices are going up, but in San Bernardino and Riverside County, and even LA County for that matter, it's a reasonable amount of appreciation, right? It's not in the double digits, it's 5%, pretty much between 4 and 5%, right? LA, San Bernardino, and Riverside counties. Paint that picture, tell that picture to your database, not the sky is falling, right? All right, months of inventory. So we had 4.4 months of inventory last month. We're at 3.9 months of inventory currently. That's an 11.3% decrease. Overall, we're at a 41.7% increase. We had 2.4 months of inventory last year, and currently we have 3.4 months of inventory. So that is excellent, right? We're moving in the right direction. I think Riverside County was 3.3 months of inventory. So we are definitely moving in the right direction. Want to see that continue to increase so that we can get into that normal market range. Average days on market, a 4.5% decrease. We were at 44 days on market last month. We're at 42 days on market currently. Overall, a 5% decrease. We were at 40 days on market last year. We're at 38 days on market currently. So again, definitely have a sense of urgency. We're seeing that the days on the market are decreasing, typically because interest rates probably went down. Well, interest rates have fluctuated all over the ding dong place. But currently they're going down. But we are getting used to interest rates, right? People are starting to understand that interest rates are not going to be in the 4s or in the 3s. It's just not going to happen. I think people are starting to understand that. And those buyers who were wanting to buy, they're starting to reconcile that idea that, shoot, I might as well just go ahead and do it, right? And then they're going to hop into the market and start to buy, right? And we're going to see, again, days on market will be impacted, our sales will be impacted, everything will be impacted. So sold versus original list price. We are up 2.1%, so 96% of list price last month. We're at 98% of list price currently. There is no change, you guys, over last year. We were at 98% of list price. Last year, we're at 98% of list price currently. Again, sellers in San Bernardino County are happy. San Bernardino County are happy. They are getting 98% of their list price, right? And again, we know how to help them to get it there to 100%. So what questions do you guys have? Any comments about the numbers, the trends? No, nada. Okay. Well, let me talk about our upcoming events. Learn and Earn, you guys, at KW Downey. Want to talk about, so today we have group coaching at 12. We also, that's with me. We're going to be talking about follow up. Everybody, you guys, the fortune is in the follow up. Okay. So you've got to have a solid follow-up plan. And that plan is different depending on who you're talking to, who your target audience is, right? So if you're talking about expireds, that's a different follow-up plan than open houses, than for sale by owners, right? So you've got to have a solid follow-up plan that you are going to execute on a daily basis. And follow-up should be a part of your daily routine. It is not something that you save for one day of the week, right? Because more than likely, that person needs to be followed up with, depending on who they are, earlier than just your one day. If you made that call on Friday and you've got a follow-up routine that says Thursday, well, then you're missing a whole like 5 days in between there, right? That's a problem. So we're going to be talking about follow-up. Then we've got conversations in real play on Tuesday, tomorrow. Office hours here with Ed. If you've got questions, bring them. You've got your regional tech classes. Then we've got Ignite After Dark at 6:30. Then on Wednesday, actually, we do not have Ed because he's going to be doing the Huntington Beach class. We've got Martha's doing our tech class at 1 on Wednesdays. Thursday, we've got Thrive in 25. So I don't know if any of you guys are registered for that, but that is with, let me see if I have it here. Anybody need the Ignite After Dark? You guys are still going on. You're still ready. You can still register and it's free. So if any of you guys still want to hop in, West Coast is the one you want. Take that QR code. Thrive in 25 is with Jeff Glover. It is, I think, $35. I am going to go. It's from 9 to 12:30 in LA. And 13 ways to become a listing master and get paid what you're worth on the buy side. Who wants to be a listing master? Anybody? I need one person to say yes. You guys are so quiet.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. I know all of you guys should want to be listing masters. But Jeff Glover is a master trainer. He has been on a North American tour. I think you guys heard Rich, if you guys were at our last team meeting, he mentioned that he was there at the one that they did in Orange County and it was phenomenal. So I'm going to be there. Hopefully, if anybody else is planning on coming, please let me know. You do have to register to be there. So you see where it says gloveru.com/tour. That's where you go in and you can pay to attend. Like I said, it's like $34. And you guys, normally the ticket is like $150. But because our market center in Eagle Rock is sponsoring it, they've got sponsors for it, that brings the price down. Okay. Or our region, I should say, the Eagle Rock region, they are sponsoring it. So that brings the price really, really affordable to us. I would not miss it. If you guys can make it, I suggest that you go. You're going to get a lot of good nuggets to help you to beef up your business plan for 2025. Okay. That's why I go, so I can get ideas. And then you guys, we're having our annual Christmas party on Friday the 13th. I'm so excited. It's at the Grand in Long Beach where it was last year. If you guys know, we have a great time. There's going to be prizes. There's going to be, because we're going to do raffles. There's going to be prizes. You guys definitely take advantage. This is going to be a lot of fun. Now, you got to RSVP. It's free for you and a guest. But we also need your menu item. So if you've already RSVP, please check with our front desk, Monica or Karina, and give them your menu items. There's a chicken dish, and then there's like the beef dishes, like steak medallions with this sauce, a peppercorn sauce. I know it because that's what I chose for me and my husband. And then the chicken, I forget what it is. And then there is a vegetarian dish. Okay. So make sure that you RSVP. We're going to have a photo booth. We're just going to have a great time. Okay. So, and it's from 7 to 11 and we like to party. So come on and have a good time with us. All right. And you guys know I'm a big fan of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Jay Papazan is on for this week and he's talking about the one thing and it is awesome. So I will listen to it this morning. I'm going to listen to it again. I didn't quite make it all the way through it, but I'm going to listen to it again. But you guys, it's excellent because it's talking about your one thing, right? What is our one thing that we need to focus on in real estate? What's our one thing? I know you guys know this. Oh, let me see. I got 2 messages in the chat. All right, Montserrat. Awesome. Okay. What is our one thing in real estate? You got one thing that should be your focus. What is it?
A database.
Absolutely. So Kim, database is important. And I think what you meant by that is reaching out to them, right?
Right.
Absolutely. So Amanda, you're absolutely right. Prospecting, lead gen is our one thing. Lead gen is our one thing, you guys. That's the one thing we're supposed to be doing constantly. All right. So if you come to a point where you're sitting there and you're like, what should I be doing? Pick up the phone. That's what you do. If you don't know what to do, pick up the phone and call people. That's the one thing you can be doing and talk about real estate and ask them if they have any real estate needs that you might be able to help them with. Have they thought about buying or selling, right? That's our one thing. All right. So listen to that because it is a great episode. Let's talk about some industry news. So agents sharing compensation info. All right. So you guys know is no longer advertised on the MLS. So what they're talking about is how are agents communicating, and 67% are just simply communicating directly with the agents on the other side of the transactions. 8% of those are also submitting that information on the websites. So that's 8% of those are on the websites, but a big number of that is just you calling the agents. right? And they also found that commissions are largely unchanged. That is a good sign. So we thought that, okay, commissions are going to go down, commissions are going to go down. And quite frankly, I've seen them teeter between 2 and 2.5%, more so on the 2 side. Okay. So the reality is, to me, I am seeing them on the 2 side, which we were really more towards the 2.5 side. And now I'm seeing them on the 2 side. So I disagree with that. But again, this is a national survey, whereas we're looking at, what's happening right in our own backyard, and we have higher prices than most other areas. Okay. So, all right. So, which means that we might have lower commissions, right? Because 2% of an $800,000 home is still $16,000. Okay. Whereas 2% of a $300,000 home, right, is very different. So, all right. Home buying activity picks up as mortgage rates fall. So we did see mortgage rates fall last week. We did see that we were at 6.25% to 6.7%. So we were teetering in the 7%. And now we're looking at under that 7%. So we're hoping that interest rates continue to go down and level off. So again, let us be the ones who are telling our buyers what's going on in the market, and that interest rates have gone down. It would be a good time for them to consider purchasing now, as the trend is going down versus going up, right? Because we had a few weeks of interest rates going up following the Fed actually reducing the interest rate. I mean, the Fed cut the rate. We had actually interest rates going in the wrong direction, and now they're moving in the right direction, coming back down. We want to hopefully continue that, but there's some factors that are going against us. How it going down even more, but we have to keep an eye out on that. Okay. All right. So I was just looking at annual median home appreciation. So right now, nationally, home appreciation is at 5.1%. You guys can see that in the 2021 home appreciation was on average between 2021 and 2022, 12.5%. Currently, between 2023 and 2024, it's an average of 3%. Right? That is actually excellent, because again, this is too high, because again, it's rapid increase. And affordability definitely is an issue here. We're seeing more moderate increases in appreciation, which is good. Okay. Again, of this huge increase, and then we're still on an increase. So between the last 5 years, we're seeing a 15.5% increase in house prices. That is still significant, right? So which makes affordability an issue for our buyers. And that is why they need us. That is why we have to help them with coming up with solutions, right, on how to be able to afford a home. That's why we have to be talking to them about your first home versus your forever home, right? Because your first home shouldn't be your forever home unless you hit the lottery or something like that. But typically, if you're buying your first home, it is your home that is going to get you to your forever home, depending on, the plan. Does that make sense? Because if I don't know about any of you guys, but my first home was definitely not my forever home. Now I know people are buying later in life, and I get that. Now, if they've saved and they've got great jobs at the time, then they might be buying their forever home. But in our minds, we have to be talking with our buyers about the first home versus the forever home. Okay. All right. And then this is like what we call the affordability index, where, as you can see, the historical average. Let me look, guys, because yeah. Okay. I really can't. It's hard to move you guys out the way. This is just showing you guys that, that it is, principal and interest as a percent of income. That's this gold line, principal and interest as a percent of income. You see how it peaked here in the 70s, like late 70s, early 80s. It went down. However, right here, we're at 32%, and that was in 05, during, again, the boom. And then, again, it went down, and now we're at 35%. So principal and interest as a percent of income now has reached 35% of income, which shows you that, again, it is above the historical average for the 1972 to 2023, and it is well above the historical average for the 2000s to the 2024, the last 25 years, right? It's 35%. So affordability is real. So we can't ignore it. We definitely want to speak to it with our folks, which means that we need to have people who can help financially plan, right, with our buyers and our sellers for that matter. Do you have a financial planner? We should have people that we trust on our side that can help our buyers and sellers come up with a plan, especially our buyers come up with the plan, because affordability is definitely a concern for them. And that's what is deterring them from buying right now, right? Is affordability. So, but it is still the best investment. It is still the best investment out there, and everybody's got to live somewhere, right? So why rent and throw away your money, right? All right. Any questions, you guys? Any questions? No, we're good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day. I hope to see you guys at the group coaching. And if you do have questions and you're just afraid to ask, hit me up after this. That'd be great. And otherwise, again, have a phenomenal week. Get the message out there, you guys. Get the message out there. Start planting your seeds for next year about who you can help buy or sell, who has plans to do any type of real estate that you might be able to help, so that you put them on your calendar to be able to follow up with them, right? Which is what we're going to be talking about today. All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Ivan.
Bye, and thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Marjorie. Thank you.